Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Now, earlier on, we had this same conversation. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, pop my money gun. Someone said, I love your watch. Luxury 23 550. Thank you very much. Is a Chopard 18 karat gold with diamonds and amethysts on the side. Mrs. Linda, how are you doing? It's one of my favorite watches. I know you guys have noticed. I like to wear it often. I love the Rolex President, the day date. But my problem with the President is it's too plain. Don't get me wrong, I love the President, but it's just too plain and too classy. It's very classy. The rose gold day date is very classy, but it's too classy sometimes. Sometimes I want my wrist to pop. And when you look at it and you see the diamonds, it just pops. And unlike my Cartier that I gave to my livelihood to put diamonds, this came from the factory with diamonds. So the diamonds, when they come from the factory, are fewer, but they are VVS always. They have the highest grade diamonds. So thank you for those of you who appreciate nice watches, not those who go and be bragging and say Daddy Freeze is talking about Rolex. They have been wearing Rolex since. Which Rolex have you been wearing? Bring your Rolex collection. Make we show you waiting Rolex be. They say Daddy Freeze has been wearing Rolex. Yeah. I was listening to someone that was trying to jab me the other day. Said Daddy Freeze always talking about Rolex. Come on, see man, you get one Rolex, or you get two. You can't they talk. Say Daddy Freeze they talk Rolex. Now you're kind of they talk. About go hide that watch, hide down, put that inside one drawer. Make me no hear word. As in jealous people everywhere. They go try run you down, try talk all sorts of things about you to run you down, to undermine you. Brothers, brothers, when I was in my 30s, from the moment I turned 30, the latest motor of that year now they drive till today. I'm 48 years old, so for the last 18 years, when I bought my Camry, I bought it brand new. It was the latest Camry then. I bought it 2009, brand new 2009. So anybody who they go around, they talk another thing. If not for social media, that the free is not gonna make money. For the last 18 years, the only period in my life where I did not make money was 3 years, 2016 to almost 2019. And why? Because your pastors fought me. And by the time God started fighting them back, everything was restored. Maybe your pastors they disgrace up and down now, they fight on top church. One GO say make one pastor step down. The pastor say no go step down. See the whole dirty way they dirty themselves up and down, back and forth. Josephine say, please, now Rolex, we come here to discuss. If you are not happy with, in fact, now Rolex, I want to talk about now. Until people have sense. I've told you, Instagram is my most useless social media network. What do they call it? Most useless. I can block you just if I say hello and you don't reply with hello, you reply with hi. I can block you because Instagram is useless. It does not pay. There's no money gone, there's no super chat, there's nothing. So I will move you to Facebook or YouTube or TikTok where you have to pay to watch. Then your head will be correct. Sabio, better person. So please don't tackle me on Instagram. Your opinion. Instagram is not a democracy. It's my opinion. The day I wake up and I decide that Tinubu is the most handsome man in Nigeria, Anybody will disagree, I could just block all of them. Someone say IG, they are gifts. There's no gift on IG. There are no gifts on IG. So remember to behave yourself. I want to talk about Rolex for 30 minutes. Let me talk. So also when you're coming to my IG, respect yourself. You see, I know they rake. Once in a while, one person go talk nonsense for Facebook, I go block them. YouTube, I know they even block them. I go just stop them from being able to comment. That's the highest you can do on YouTube because they are paying customers. They are paying. TikTok too, they block, and I go block you. I know get badges. Maybe the day I get badges on Instagram, I'll be a lot calmer. So let me go back to Ibiresi. I will tell you on the side, so you won't give him publicity. Ibere, please, who is that? So tell me in the side. So earlier on, I brought it. Don't mind me. Sometimes I just joke a lot, but inside my joke, sometimes I'm serious. You just say I don't block you. Hot Mom, how are you doing? Super Vaughn, how are you doing? So let us talk about this trending topic. Send it to me by DM now, Ibere. You see, when one person talks something, another person talks something, sense they there. I'll give you an example. The most difficult people in this world have been some of the easiest people for me to work with. There used to be one lady in my office. Everybody kept complaining about, oh, she's too wicked, she's too this. For me, she got me my best deals. I know, say, she gets her own for body, but I could always manage her. So sometimes the general consensus is wrong. Sometimes it is one or two on the side that are wrong. Someone said, we can't buy you stars on Facebook. We are not seeing the button. Oh, there. Josh Esek. Josh Esek. Those that say they can't see the button, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Bottom left hand corner, you will see how to buy my stars. Now, I also will not tolerate anybody bullying or harassing anyone that works with me. I have a certain set of people that are always there for me, always work with me. I don't need to mention all their names. All my Bible readers, all the ladies that are number one to jump on my live, all my regulars, Biola, all of them. If there's anybody intimidating or bullying them on this live, I will block you. Because some of you don't know that you are sending indirect messages to me when you're harassing these people, because these people are the people who come out and watch Daddy Freeze when nobody wants to watch Daddy Freeze. When they are playing football and all of you have gone to gum your head to television, these are the people watching me. By the way, big shout out to Josh Esek. He sent me 50K to go and buy Prime. Tomorrow I can't drive down. That Prime now 5K, so I go buy 10. Hey, I too like that Prime. And my favorite colors are the red and the blue. So all those people, Josh, people, anybody, Made Man, anybody that is a regular is protected. Anybody that is my Bible reader, Remy, Biola, I say Biola Sabi read Bible. Remy, Ibere, Ada, Sarah, Ogogo. Who else reads Bible for me? I think that's about it. Then my regulars on the live who always come up, Samaria, them, Rita Gambia. So some of them read Bible and some of them still come up. You understand? They are very special to me. Shukbo, Simply Vic. Those are Shukbo, Simply Vic are hardcore Free Nation people. So you cannot mess with them. You cannot harass them. You cannot go on about them. I will drag you or just block you. Henry the Great. Those are my people. Now, I have said it. The only way I'm going to measure anybody that has money and the ones that don't have money, since we're talking about JAPA, is how many stars you bought. How many money gun you have bought. How many super chat, super stickers, and super likes you have bought. That's my only way of measuring. I'm going to be on for exactly 20 minutes from now. Everybody that does not buy my super chat, super sticker, super like, and money gone, you are not doing well abroad. In that abroad that you are struggling. Everybody repeat after me. Say they are struggling. They are struggling. Struggling. So all of you that you are not struggling, you are run to my TikTok now. Double click the screen. Let me show you how it's done. This is how you roll, baby. Hold your phone like this. Do your mouth like this so that you can use Vex to double click. Double click the screen on TikTok. Double click. Pop those money guns. You're all struggling. That's how I'm measuring. Now, jokes apart, while I'm going to be calling all of you struggling, I can see one by one. Biola struggling. Simply Vic, you in Nigeria, all of us, they struggle. Made Man You, struggling square. Look at just the hail all of now with the raised head. ABRA struggling. In fact, over struggling self. Rude girl say you are not struggling. I cannot see any sign. You are struggling, Buruku. Mrs. Linda not struggling. Miss Linda is doing well. Rich baby. Olushe Yajijola, that one they buy my star regularly, not struggling. People can't dey fear to comment. Made Man You in Nigeria, struggle kill you there. Bengabola, struggling. Somebody say Bishop of Africa, struggler. Everybody, not many people they type now. They whole say, hey. Someone say, Daddy Freeze, post your Revolut. Hey, my Revolut. Oh. What am I supposed to post in the Revolut? What am I supposed to post in the Revolut? As you not get TikTok, you not get Facebook, you not get YouTube. Struggler, Biola the struggling Biola. Sort code and account number. I not get now. I get Revolut. Let me see. Where's my Revolut? Hey, okay, Revolut. How do I get my sort code and account number? Oh, not now. Details. Okay, account number is 311-89679. For my Revolut, 311-89679. And the sort code is 042909. The name is Ifedayo. Ifedayo Olarinde. Sabio, no worry, you are not struggling. You they buy steady. Now those ones waste. I no get Zelle. I don't know how to get this Zelle. How they take get this Zelle? Make una teach me. Make I fit collect money for them. Sabio hand. Yes, that is it. This is it. Josh Esek, don't try him. Ifedayo Larinde. That's the name. I don't have Zelle and Cash App, but I have Revolut. Revolut is a UK bank. 311-89679. And the sort code is 042909. So as you are dropping anything, they'll be typing your name so I can hail you, so I can remove you from struggling list. Now, what I want to do this week be that struggling and not struggling. So all of you, apart from people where I mentioned, they struggling list. Do you have PayPal? Well now. PayPal. Let me give you my PayPal. I get PayPal. Where is it? Free.dy. Yes, director at afridy.com. AFRIDY.com. Director Forever $21. DF, your whining not get part 2. They not tell you before you come. Because for my own mind, that time when you go rehab, be like say I think say they cure your craze. But be like say the craze just want to come out your body. You don't just enter inside your body, go enter new gear, just they come out. So yeah, we really whining bow. If one your my mouth, as in my mouth won't run, but I did try whole lamb. I did try whole lamb. And things where I go tell you, oh, if you not find sniper this night, now small go remain. No. Watch yourself, watch your mouth. I don't tell you to block person for Instagram, very easy. I go hold myself this time because I know say you get sense. Director at afridy, AFRIDY.com. afridy. Director, that's my PayPal. If you send anything by PayPal, send it to my DM, let me know. Please, have mercy on your parents at home. Now sleep where they sleep, make stone no go meet them. While your parents sleep deep, let stone not meet them while they sleep. Chukwavon don't put them. Check in the details. Director at afridy.com. That's very nice. So let's go to our topic today. Earlier on, don't worry, I'll come and be reminding you those that are struggling and those that are not. Pop my money gun if you're watching on TikTok. Let me pin my pin comment. So that's now my PayPal. Now, so we go send your Zelle, send your paper. Shingbind and no send. For those of you that have Nigerian number, it also works. I'm measuring the struggling and the non-struggling. Nero just popped my money gun. Ashiri. Nero. Eyonla. Hey, Nero, that was with me yesterday. Nero, my beautiful sister. Nero is not struggling, but just keep popping those money guns. Pop those money guns. So earlier on, there was a guy who came and said, he's struggling. Oh, America is hard. Oh, they work 18 hours. They do this, they do that. Now, Ada Blessing, I don't know if she's watching live, also sent me, Nero, don't pop another money gun. Everybody say Nero. Follow my #1 gifter if you're watching on TikTok. Now, Ada Blessing now sent me this video. I'm going to play you just the beginning part of it. and then I'm going to and then I'm going to um, I'm going to listen to the rest using my headphones because I cannot use somebody else's content without um, I'm not going to be able to use somebody else's content without, how do I put it? So, sorry, this thing has gone. Let me return the AirPods. Sorry, the Beats by Dre pods. Now listen to it. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's hard. This is difficult. The life in the US is very difficult. The life in the US is very difficult. This is the second person today alone making a video about how hard the life in the US is. The life in the US is very difficult, she says. Sometimes it's just overbearing. Like, damn. People ask, oh, in the US, you should be grateful. Oh, of course I'm grateful. Of course I'm thankful. I'm grateful every second to be able to be in the US. All we're doing is bills. We're not living. And you have a car. That car is financed. She laughs. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. But what I'm saying is that I just want to rant. So, since hers is not as straightforward as the guy, I'm not going to waste your time or mine listening to the entire video. I'm going to say a few things and then I'll bring up someone, or I'll bring up as many people as possible to share their side of the story. Biggest shout out to Irimado, who just popped a money gun. So here's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, the biggest mistake people make, and that is why a lot of us suffer in Nigeria, is the follow mentality. The follow mentality. Many people take decisions not because these decisions are the decisions they want. They take the decisions because everybody else is taking those decisions. I remember when I was younger and my father was a doctor. Almost every kid that went to uni wanted to be a doctor. My mom was a lawyer. If you didn't want to be a doctor or couldn't be a doctor, you'll probably be a lawyer. I wanted to sing. I wanted to be a rapper. You understand? And everybody thought I was weird. Everybody thought I was crazy. But that was my path. And when rap didn't work, I chose radio. Everybody thought I was crazy. Nobody that went to an expensive school like the secondary school I went to, ISI in Ibadan. People will go ISI now, people like Dr. John J. I know they even see that one again. Where in they? You understand? So I took my decisions myself. And no matter how sad I was about the decision, I always had a healthy outlook to life. I remember when I was overworked, and other people were like laughing, don't you think you should do something else? What else did I want? This is what I wanted to do. Cool FM was my dream job from the uni. I got my dream job. It was what I wanted to do from the uni. I used to drive home from BCS and park. There was a time I was staying with a friend of mine, along that road to ISI. So I'll just park my car by the side of the road. I'll close about 6 a.m., drive home. By the time I get into the car, drive down, I'll be getting home, early morning traffic. About 7:30, I'll be exhausted. I'll need to sleep like 4 hours and then start picking up the pieces of my day. I'll drive down to that junction where I'm parking my car, and I'll sit in the car for 20 minutes to hear the beginning of Dan Foster's show and cool, candid phone. So when I got a job at Cool FM, for me, it was an amazing job. I saw people moan and groan about how bad it was, how radio wasn't paying well, how they wanted to move to other sectors that were paying well. I know someone who was on the radio and they moved to a telecom. And when I heard their salaries, I was like, whoa, wow, that's a nice salary compared to mine. My salary then was 20,000 naira. And imagine somebody leaves a 20,000 naira salary and goes to earn 75,000 naira a month. I thought, wow, that's an amazing salary. But I didn't want to leave the job. It didn't motivate me to saying, you know what, I'm quitting this job. I'm moving to another job. Radio gave me my first taste of a platform to showcase my few talents. So, whatever decision I took or take in life is not based on because everybody else is taking that decision. It's based on my personal experience. And sometimes the you in you needs to come out. I'll give you an example. Property. Landed property for me have been my worst form of investment. I lost money on my house. When I bought my house, it was 200 and something $1,000. Now it's worth about 100K. It was worth about 280K. Now it's worth about 120K or 150K. I'm not even sure it's up to 150K. Meanwhile, watches that we used to buy to play, all appreciated and are hedged in a foreign currency. I told you the story of I never have a rented house when I bought my Range Rover. Everybody thought I was mad. Why would you go and buy a car when you don't have a house? But guess what? It is that car that I drove down to a meeting one day, and they saw the car, and the manager of the agency was driving the same car, and everything I asked them for, they gave me. It's my experience. You go and guess what? I don't have money to buy the car. The car then, somebody was jackpotting and wanted to sell the car. It was a 2009 Range Rover in 2012, and the car was worth about 7.5 million, and the guy wanted 6 million. Now, if you have 6 million, take the car. I didn't have 6 million. I had like 4.5 million or 4 million. I borrowed money, kala everywhere. When I called my mom, because I borrowed some from my mom, I later paid her back, by the way. My mom said, what do you need another car for? I said, don't worry, I know what I'm doing. And to be honest, I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted the car. I just felt it would be nice to have it. And I bought the car. It was the money of that car, because I was supposed to use that 4.5 million to go and buy a plot of land. I couldn't get any nice plot of land near Lekki. The closest I could get was far in Ajah, and I did not want Ajah. And then the other option was my ex went to go and buy in Mowe. Go and buy land in Mowe. I was not feeling Mowe. So I was like, nah, I'm not. Baba, after working for 1 year, I was able to afford my house. Me that could not buy land in Lekki before, all of a sudden could buy a house. After 1 year's work, more or less, or 2 years' work. So my experience is different from your experience. And the biggest problem people have is you measure yourself according to the charts others drew up for themselves. So some people come and tell you, America is bad, America is bad, America is terrible. Cynthia Sabio will tell you going to America was the best decision they took in their lives. I know people who left Nigeria and went to America and jumped from top of a building. So my question is, do you fit in? What is your experience? Would it work for you? Because this girl that came now and said, America is hard, America is hard, she's not lying. The other guy that came and said, America is hard, America is hard, he's not lying. Cynthia that came and said she's living her dream life, earning her dream income, working her dream job, she's also not lying. Now, when you make your decision, why are you making your decision? Are you making your decision because everybody is jackpine? Or are you making your decision because you have weighed in the factors? You are ready for what's coming. Someone said diaspora is what you make of it. Sometimes diaspora will mold you, and you will not like where it is molding you into. If you ask me, I'm living my best life in Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria is not safe. Yes, Nigeria, you don't want to have an emergency in Nigeria. You really don't want to have an emergency in Nigeria. But aside from that, life is relatively cheap. All the bills that we are shouting about in Nigeria, they are relatively low. There's a security problem, there's a safety problem, but I get to work from home. I get to do what I've always loved doing, which is talking. So I can't complain about Nigeria. And when I go abroad, I spend a lot of money. I know if I live there, I'll probably spend less. I'll blend into the system. But abroad for me is where I go on holiday. Nigeria for me is home. I say this all the time. A war will not break out in Nigeria, and then I'll now say it. Then if it is Uber I'm going to come and drive in the US, I will come and drive the Uber in the US than to buy inside Nigeria with my family. But as long as we can manage a certain level of standards, and let me tell you something, abroad is also very tough to raise kids. I have 5 friends who have sent, in the last 6 months, they have sent their children from abroad to Nigeria. 5. One of the ladies that sent me money, she's one of them. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? It starts with O. Another one is my very close church member. They just carry their children, bundle, send back to Nigeria to go and do boarding house. So they are also realizing that as nice as this abroad is, abroad also has its demerits. She was here. She sent me something the other time to my Instagram. Nigeria has many disadvantages and demerits. And abroad also the same thing. If you're watching on YouTube, super chat, super stickers, and super likes. Sometimes that pikin go worry you abroad, so they go just carry and come give your mama for village. May he learn small village life. May he get small village sense. So you cannot say Nigeria is all bad if people abroad are sending their children to Nigeria to school. You cannot say abroad is all good if people are moaning and groaning about this abroad. But at the same time, you cannot say abroad is bad because people are succeeding there. People are doing well there. People are sending money from abroad to build houses in Nigeria, to train their family members in Nigeria. Someone said, I'm sending my 3L to Nigeria from December. Some people are tired of the way children are turning out. Some people are tired. So the question is, what works for you? When JAPA started, everybody started to JAPA. It can't become JAPA competition. I can JAPA more than you. You know, everything in Nigeria is competition. I'm suffering more than you. Now suffering competition. I get money past you. Now money competition. I find past you. Now handsomeness competition. My car is nicer than yours. Now car competition. In Nigeria, everything is a competition. My area is closer to the road than your own. Area competition. Someone say, Baba, you get alternative passport too. Yes, I do. And I appreciate Romania for me. I've not needed a visa to go to Europe or the UK for the last 13, 16 years. Since 2007. 16 years. I've traveled visa free. Except to America. Canada, I'm visa free, or that point of entry visa that you get 5 minutes before you go to Canada. Someone said parents are the problem, not the kids. No. Children can be very problematic. I've raised children. All children are not the same. Some children are more docile and more easy to work with. Some will always be in trouble. We have a child that is the one that is always in all the trouble, putting us in all the trouble. All children will give you problem from time to time, once in a while. Some children will give you less trouble. Some children will not give you any trouble at all, very rare. And some will give you all the trouble. You're always solving one problem or the other that the child has put you inside. So you cannot say children are not the parents. And no, there are some certain children that you cannot parent. They will stress you. Philly Green 301 said Romania is a third world country. Let me now educate you. You retarded malu. O boss live me o de lanu o data bi ekpon ewure. O buko oshi. Come. Let me educate you. Philly Green 301. Because you've managed to squeeze yourself through JAPA route into one of the ghettos in America, you think you can come here and talk nonsense. How is Romania a third world country? You see, why must you showcase that you are your father's son constantly? Let me break it down to you. Your father was renowned in the village for his intense obtuseness. Your father is so obtuse that the only way to test that you are his child is by being equally obtuse. Ogo fenu hora, akodidirin, dadodonu, alailopolo, koto dabi kelebe rakumi. If I ever see you on my life again, ingba ogbori ewole ni oloshi. Romania na third world country. Romania na third world country. Meanwhile, with my passport, if I wake up now, if I want to go London, if I want to go London tomorrow morning, I go buy my ticket this night. You will see me London tomorrow morning. If you now want doubt me, you're gonna buy me business class return ticket. Put tomorrow date. I'll give you my name. You will see me in Romania now. You will see me London now. Same thing with Canada. I want to go to Canada tomorrow morning. Finish. I just need to show up at the airport. That's all. You're telling me Romania is a third world country. What a dingbat. What a dingleberry. Anyway, let's ignore the buffoon, because the more you give buffoonery attention, the more it will be believed that he is of any value. The only value he's useful for is to add a number to the people watching. Like they are 560. If I remove him, if they're 561, if I remove him to be 560, that's his whole purpose in life. He's a statistic. The only reason why you are alive, trust me, apart from the foolishness of your parents, is the fact that Postinor had not yet been invented. You think there will be a 500 naira medicine that they will leak, and your mother will agree to bring you to this world? Don't let me see you for my life again. Just thank God that those people that invented Postino, they had not yet invented it, and they had not brought it to Nigeria. Now, why you the waka up and down with that? Too? Just go and thank God. Any day you walk, just carry your tithe and go and give the company for not inventing it yet. Oh, ó yẹ kán fọ́ ẹ̀ dànù pẹ̀lú nǹkan oṣù ni aláìlọ́pọlọ. Ìwọ tó yẹ kó wà no pad. Wọ́n á lọ bí ẹ sáyé ó wá ń tọ́. So, I'm going to bring a couple of people to share their America experience. And this is going to go on for exactly 10 minutes. I don't want anything long. What I want long, all those daddy freeze, send your Revolut. Oh, your Revolut. Oh, I want to see your Revolut. Hey, oh, your Revolut. Oh, your Revolut. I want to see your Revolut. No, you don't put anything inside my Revolut. Oh, somebody don't put something inside my Revolut. Samson. Oh, this one no they suffer for London. Don't put £20 inside my Revolut. I'm a Revolut sweet. My last transaction was transport for London. I was staying in Chelsea, very close to Westfield. So we used to rush down to Westfield, taste buds and I, boom, boom, quickly go and do shopping. I enjoyed my last stay in London. PT gave me his Ferrari. Baba, you go and carry Ferrari to Westfield. Bro. You pay through your nose to park, the traffic. We learned a lot of lessons in that London. London, I realized a motor na handicap. Meanwhile, the train station is once you come down from the flat where they stay, you could just see the train station. 3 stops. We're in Westfield. And now $1, if I use my Revolut card, $1.50. Now, so one day, one guy came to visit us after chilling with us, said, Daddy Freeze, oh, where are you guys going? We're going to Westfield. Let me drop you. So, will drop us now. 2 hours, we're on the road. Excuse me. London with its tiny roads. But I love London. No. I'm not just sure say I feel live there. But I love London. London is a nice place. Really nice. So let me bring up a couple of people. Let them share their UK experience. But this is going to last only 10 minutes because I'm tired. I've been to New York too. Agogomena. Let me bring her up.
Hi, Daddy Fritz.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm not in UK. I'm in US.
Tell me your side of the story.
So I know people are saying it's hard. I don't think it's hard. I'll just say that there's no free lunch in US. Like, in Nigeria, you can have somebody you can just call, say, Uncle Dash me money. For that part, we don't have it in US. So if you come with that mindset that you would get things freely, I think that's when they now start complaining that this place is difficult. Yeah, if you work, you get your money. You are able to live a decent life. You don't have to go and buy car from all these people that would have to finance your car. You can buy car from Facebook Marketplace just to get yourself from point A to point B. The truth is, when we came, the car we bought, we still have it. Like, we just have this sentimental attachment to it. We got a Toyota Yaris, I think like 2009, for like maybe $4,000 or thereabout. Something we can just pay. and then we know that we are not owing anybody for car or anything. So, but most times some people will come and they go get bigger cars that they have to be financing every month. And then you have a job. By the time you take out that insurance for the car, you pay your house and all those things, you barely have little. So I just think we should not have that mindset of having anything free. You won't get it. But if you work, you would get what you work for. And if you budget, you would live well. Like, no matter the job you are doing, if you can budget, like, this is what I will spend, this is what I will spend, you will have change. I'm saying it from experience because I've been there. Like, we started from the scratch. So this complaint they are complaining, I don't even know. Like somebody was saying, it's lazy people. I think it's just people who are looking for freebies, and there's no freebie in America. So if you're looking for anything free, don't come. There's no uncle here that will dash you money. There's no auntie that will dash you money, because all the aunties and the uncles, they are working to buy themselves what they want to buy, to take themselves out and all those things. And then about parenting, yeah, I think it's the foundation you lay for your kids. For example, I have families who also have kids and they speak their language, right? That's to tell you that the kids know the culture. If they see a stranger, they will even greet the stranger in their local dialect. That's because you let these children know that you are from this place, and where we come from, we don't do this, we don't do that, and we don't accept this, we don't accept
Let me
that.
ask you a question.
If
Do you
you,
have a teenager
sure,
yet?
my elders will be 10 next month.
Leave talking about children for now until you've raised 10 to 20. Three. Because, like I've told you, I have 5 people in the last literally 4 months that have just carried their children, Bondu, sent back to Nigeria. One of
Daddy
the
Freeze, let
women
me
that
tell you
dashed me
one
money.
reason why parents are taking kids to Nigeria. Let me tell you one. The
Yes.
main one I can tell you of is that alphabet thing.
Which alphabet?
Those LG, whatever they call themselves, those people.
Eh.
I don't
So
think so, though.
No.
I agree with them because
It
they are
is
trying to
it is
protect their
that
children from that thing.
and substance. And children not listening. One of the
Yeah.
women, I've forgotten her name now. If she pops up now. In fact, 2 of the women that dashed me money recently, their children have been bundled to Nigeria for bad behavior. Those kind behavior way you no go fit contain in America. But for Nigeria, they go flog you, your head go correct. You
But who you they
understand?
go leave the children for? Not be grannies. Grannies now they spoil children pass.
No be
That's the
Nigeria
side I'm
granny.
coming from.
Nigeria granny.
If you Because granny they spoil, they pamper kids a lot. So if you're taking your
I was
kids,
raised by a granny, and I
oh,
was
she not pamper you.
I know she's a disciplined.
Oh, that's good.
May I so
It depends on the granny.
Nigeria
Oh, that's
granny.
good.
She
Nigeria
made me.
granny. No be
She
abroad
made me who
granny.
I am
Oh.
today. In terms of
Nigerian granny
discipline,
na
in terms of
grandma, no be granny. Na abroad they get
so.
granny. Nigeria na grandma.
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 Oh mama. Some na mama.
Mama.
But
To be
children are
honest,
stubborn
Daddy Freeze,
everywhere,
good
home
to
or
see you.
abroad.
Good to see you,
Good to see
bro.
you. Good to see
But
you.
disciplines are
I
different.
appreciate your time. I
There's
appreciate
a
the
way you can
platform.
spank a child here. You cannot
So
spank the
so I
child
agree
like
with
that.
Let
you.
me tell you
Agogo in
something. Let me
everything.
tell you something. Do you know that the whites they flog their kids?
On the bomb, there's a way you flog them. You don't just
Hey,
flog them
you know why I'm
anywhere.
saying this thing? And let me tell you personal experience. So when we just came, I was in the bus, right? And my child, she was just jumping around. And one lady, she was just whispering to me, like, she was like, you know that thing you guys do back home? Don't make anybody tell you not to do it here. Because these guys, because we do it. And then we have a friend who we were just talking about upbringing and all those things. And they were like, he doesn't really know where they get this information of not spanking your kids. Don't hurt them. Don't give them mark where it's visible. He said
Sorry,
his
somebody
mom would
said
tell them to go and bring their size of cane, just like they do to us back home. When they say, if you do something, they will tell you, say, go bring your size of cane. That his mom will do that. And we were like, so now they do this thing too. You understand? But when we come, because we don't already they put and say they're not they flog children, they're not they flog children. And we act it out to the kids, which now make the kids know that if my mama flog me, I go talk. But when you don't act it out, because no teacher for school go just say your pikin say they flog you. It's when they see your child looking
hold
somehow.
on, hold on.
That's
Let
when
me
they
say
start
something.
asking your child
Let me say
questions.
something. I used to shout a lot. I don't flog too much, but once in a while I flog. And the kids were like, you shout too much, it's not good, you're shouting too much, blah, 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 blah. So I started talking. Don't put that plate on that side of the stairs because it will fall and break. They will put that plate there. I'll correct them 8 times. Then one day I will shout and I get results. From that day, they stop putting plates there. So I noticed that don't flog, don't ask Baby Freeze. Baby Freeze can be the most disobedient child. You go talk. Baby Freeze don't be picking whether they use talk, raise. I go talk. And I dey count am for am. Once I don't tell am something 8 times, the 9th one I no go tell am, I go just descend on am with flog. So one day I even tell person, the person say, why wait 8 times? I say, so that he can realize that talking is not working. So when I give him the flogging, he knows that. Then once you flog like this, it like reset, you dey get result. So those people they tell you say to flog pikin is the worst type of upbringing. Na lie. It dey work. Just do it out of
that
love.
Freeze, to scratch your back, right, real quick. Spanking kids on their butt here in the United States is not a crime.
Yes.
However, it is going to be a crime if you get an object and lash it on your kids.
Like Pankere cane.
Exactly.
Not crime.
Don't just leave a mark.
Don't leave a mark. Don't leave a mark.
Exactly. And other forms of neglect. She get. So, based on what we said earlier, based on America as in how people, perspective, how people feel about this country. Whatever you feel about this country, you're right. However you feel about it, you're right. Now, depend on how you come in, what orientation you had before you come in, when you came in, the kind of information you have, the hands of people you
who you meet when you come to America.
Exactly. And how resolute you had to change the tide of things by yourself. Only you can do that.
Right.
So, Yankee, I go tell people do competition like that. Free said earlier, you want to go to Yankee, you want to JAPA, because this one is JAPA, this one is JAPA. You do JAPA for calculated reason. You must have a calculated reason. If you're doing very well in Nigeria, if I was doing very well in Nigeria, like really doing very well, I won't be in Yankee. I'll probably be coming and going and coming and going. But at the end of the day, most of you in Kotawa, most of our people like us do it for the kids, So I want the foundation to make sense. Because at the end of the day, how you raise your kids too matters. It's in your hands. Yeah. That should talk about, let your kids be like teenagers. Yeah. I'm scared of that line, that stage. And I'm trying to prepare for it because it will still come. But to be honest with you, maybe today people don't send their children go back to Nigeria for proper schooling, proper studying, proper moral upbringing, and moral standards. To be honest with you, this thing we're talking about, systemic, is deeper than what you think. Relate it to prison life, jail, kids, absence of fathers in the home, and single parents raising kids.
When they grow up.
I have a contribution.
Okay.
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We have
when it comes
5
to
more
raising
minutes
children,
before we get cut
also,
off.
One, it depends on the child and depends on the parent. Is the child ready to receive that discipline? I was raised by a single mom and I'm the most behaved on my street. So is that child ready to receive the discipline? There are some children that you raise with all your might, you pray for them. They don't just want to behave themselves. So at the end of the day, it's a choice of the child. Do I want to listen to my parents? It still boils down to that child and boils down to the parent. How do you set up your background? How are they receiving that discipline? Some people say, single mom don't know how to raise children. That's not true. I decided to be decent when I was growing up by myself, even though they raised the standard for me and they set the place like, be this, be that, be this. Some children, they don't just listen. They don't want to hear word. That's how some children are. So
So
whether
are you
you raise
saying
in Nigeria or raise
are you
in
saying in America or in Nigeria?
places, both places, you
Oh,
can raise
okay.
a child very well in Nigeria. The child no one hear word, you no go hear word.
There are a
That's the
lot of them
truth.
on the
You
street
can,
right now.
yes, you can raise them here. Bible, go to church. If they don't want to hear, they will not hear. They mix up with different people at the end of the day. You can't follow them everywhere. When they are teenagers, they go where they like. You can't stop them and say, come back at 6 o'clock.
That's true.
No, you
My
can't.
my mom and dad are pastors that freeze.
Oh,
And I was, you know,
do
back
you know
in Nigeria,
I have
I
a
was an
friend.
actor, you know, so you know.
I have a friend here. He is always telling the son to pick pin or go and sit on the wall. So when he got to school, he was, I don't know, he's in Yoruba, he said it to the teacher. My dad is always telling me to do this, do that. They came to visit the father. Like, he's saying this thing. What does it mean? He now told them this is how he discipline. Don't do that again. You can lock them in naughty corner. You can collect their toys from them. I was now like, they kept visiting. They started calling his friends to know how he's taking care of the children. They go that far. And
Yeah.
let me leave the children's side. When it comes to America, it depends on who you meet, what orientation they give you, how you are able to absorb that orientation, how you are able to live your life. Like, for example, if you want to live in a low-income apartment, it's there for you.
Yeah.
It depends on how much you are earning. Don't go and be earning 1,000 and want go to live in a 1,002 apartment. There is 700 apartment. You can live there.
Yeah.
The food is relatively cheap.
Well, to buttress the point
There
on
is
that,
online where you can buy a car.
Yeah.
With little amount of money. You must not go and collect money.
It also depends. Like it
depends on you.
To be
It
honest,
depends on you. It depends on you.
Yeah, I agree with you. For real, I agree with you.
Credit
It
card.
also depends
on you as well. Because I collected credit card. I didn't collect from the beginning. I collected because I wanted to build my credit.
History, yes.
I wanted to go to buy a phone outrightly. I bought it out. I paid at Apple Store. One of my friends was like, don't pay like that. Use your credit card to buy the phone, then pay it back to your credit card. Number one, you get bonus for paying that kind of money. You get some certain bonus. Maybe they'll give you $50.
And you're also building your credit.
You are also building your credit. So it depends on you and your expenses.
And to be honest with you, it also depends on the area you live. I don't know what part of US you are.
Yes, they are low income.
They are low income area. If you they are low income areas.
Places there to live with your income.
Those low income areas. I don't. That's why I say I can't generalize. I don't know what states you guys live, but there are some states. There are some areas that
there's more crime there.
Okay. In New
York, you still see the segregation between the black and white. So the neighborhood is different. So the low income areas, if you're talking about $700, I can't even remember. I can't even know any area around me here that the rent is $700 or.
That's why you have to come to Texas.
So
you cannot start your life living in New York. No, you can't start your life there. Come to Texas. There are places you can stay that are cheap.
Texas
you cannot start
and they are safe. They are nice, beautiful apartments.
Exactly.
Beautiful apartments. Yes.
Yeah.
So it just depends on
like here.
No, we need to learn to we need to learn to start from the bottom. Like you are just coming and you just want to go and get a house in an expensive area, or some people even go as far as putting their kids in private schools.
Exactly.
And they are just coming. Those private schools they're expensive. When there's public school free, they will give the children free lunch, but you want to do some things just because maybe some other person is doing it and you cannot afford it.
If you're coming to US and you're enrolling your child in a private school, that means you have already bought business here. You're a big boy. You are bringing a lot.
No, there are people who do it.
Why do you have a lot?
So where did they get the money from?
Texas? You think
they are going to cut us off any
second? They come into Texas because you can start from there.